All right, we got a question here from Carolina. Carolina wants to know about Netflix. She says, what is a good way to smartly use streaming platforms such as Netflix? I really enjoy watching movies and series, but I feel that I'm not always in control. I can get trapped in them, and instead of watching just one episode of a series, I end up watching three or four. What would you suggest is the best way to use these platforms wisely, keeping in mind that this is a pleasurable activity for me? Um, I'm not super worried about it, first of all, Carolina. So if what we're talking about is it's the evening, like you've done your work and you time blocked and you had your shutdown and you plan to watch one episode and then do something else and go to bed and you watch three episodes instead. I mean, it's not the worst thing. All right, so let me just first say that. Now, if you're doing this like in the middle of the day, oh, I wanted to watch an episode during my 30-minute lunch break and I end up taking 2 hours off. Okay, that's a problem. Solution is simple. Don't touch streaming platforms during the workday. But if we're talking about in the evening, you're watching some interesting show on Netflix and you watch for an hour instead of 20 minutes. I mean, I'm not super worried about that. Not super worried about that. A few things I can suggest. One is multiple people told me during the research for my book, Digital Minimalism, multiple people told me that they had success with a don't watch Netflix alone rule. These are younger people, typically people who had roommates, etc. And they didn't want to get lost, like spend all of their free time on streaming platforms. So they had a rule that says you can watch it as long as someone else is there. So you can still get the social benefit out of the platform. I want to sit and watch a series with my friends and it's social and that's fun, but get rid of the like mindless distraction potential of the platform where you just sort of watch it on your own for a long amount of time. So that might help. Two, I think you should just structure better your other high quality leisure activities. So if you have more structure and clarity around the other stuff you want to do with your free time, I'm trying to do like Cal's 5 books a month challenge. Getting into making, and I've joined an online community where I'm trying to build something, and I meet once a week with people, or I'm into fitness, and now I have a trail running group that we meet once a week, and I need to train for it. If you have like structured, focused, engaging, hopefully somewhat social, high quality leisure, then that will just take up good time, and it will take that time away from just getting lost on Netflix. I mean, this is the other issue. When some people complain they spend too much time staring at these streaming services, it's because they're filling a void. They don't know what to do. Work is over. It's not time to go to bed. I'm a little anxious. I'm a little sad. I don't know what to do. Let me just get lost in this. And the right answer, if you're in that situation, is not just white knuckle it and stare at the wall. It's find something even better than Netflix to do. So when it comes time to watch Netflix, you're like, hey, look, I was just out on the trail all day. I just finished building this thing. I just finished my fourth book. Now I'm going to watch some Netflix. And okay, maybe I watch two instead of one or three instead of two. It doesn't really matter. So you can make your leisure clearer and more structured and higher quality. Then you leave less oxygen in the room for the streaming services. So I will give you all that advice. But again, my foundation here is I'm not super worried about you watching it a little bit more than you want. I'm worried if it's what you're spending all your time doing. I'm worried if it's getting in the way of work. And so those other pieces of advice should help in that situation.